All right, so what I've done here is I've opened a document from the Getting Started Adobe project resource that I've given you. And what I want to do is talk a little bit about saving and exporting your files. And then we'll circle back and spend more time with this. So one of the first things you'll notice is that there's this horrible pink tinge over the text. That means that that font is currently not being loaded. And there's a number of ways that that problem can be solved. Right now, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to grab my cursor, I'm going to scroll over the text, and I'm just going to substitute it with a different font. And I'm going to do the same thing with this text here. I'm going to scroll over it and substitute it with a similar font. And that looks okay for now. Now, when we go back, we'll spend more time with understanding the ideas about how to import fonts and manage fonts. So first things first is that I want to go up to File, and I'm going to choose Save As. When I choose Save As, I can give the document a name. I'm going to click _ version 2, and it's going to save it as an INDD or InDesign document. I'm going to click Save. Now, anytime that I'm making a document and I just want to update the content, I can click File, Save. Anytime I want to give the document a new name or update the document in a new file, I choose Save As, and I can give the document a new name. So for someone to be able to see or read the InDesign file, they would have to have the Adobe InDesign application, which means that they would also have the ability to edit the document. And that may or may not be what you want to do. In addition to that, you can export copies of the document to different formats. For instance, let's go to File, and let's go down to Export. And from here, I can do things like export to a Adobe PDF. So portable document format, Adobe portable document format is a very powerful, flexible file format. And if I wanted to create a printable document, I would use Adobe Print PDF. And anyone with a Adobe reader would be able to open this document and see it. There's also a Adobe PDF Interactive. If I wanted to create a PDF that had hyperlinks and video embedded. EPUB is a type of file format for electronic publishing. EPS is an old standard for files, digital files for print. I can also export to HTML and export a copy of it as a JPEG or PNG. In this case, I'm just going to choose Adobe PDF Print, and it's going to say, I'm going to save it to the same folder. I'm going to click Save. I'm going to use the same file name. And then there's a bunch of options in here as to the different types of PDFs that you can print. So I can print one for web. I can print one for high quality print, like a printer, a home printer, or for press quality, which would be if I was sending it to a professional printer. Right now, I'm just going to leave it at press quality. And we'll go through all these settings later. But the idea is that I can export this document. I can save a copy of it as an InDesign file, and I can also export a copy of it to other formats. I'm going to click Export. And that's how I save my document. And then it opened it up in Adobe Acrobat. It's allowing me to view the document. And that's how I export it, and that's how I save.